Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by hills and rivers, there lived a young man named Arian. He was 25 years old. From the outside, his life looked fine. He had a job, a family, and a few close friends. But inside, Arian was not at peace. His mind was like a noisy marketplace. Thoughts about the past, worries about the future, regrets about mistakes, fears about what people thought of him. They all shouted at once. Every morning, he woke up tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. At night, he tossed and turned, staring at his phone, scrolling through videos, comparing his life with others. During the day, he often forgot important things, made mistakes at work, and felt guilty for not being good enough. Deep inside, he asked himself, why can't I just be happy? Why is my mind always so heavy? One evening, after another long, restless day, Arian walked to the river near his village. The sun was setting, painting the water with shades of orange and gold. He sat by the bank, closed his eyes, and whispered to himself, I just want peace, even for one moment. But no matter how hard he tried to silence his thoughts, they came rushing back. Memories of lost chances, worries about money, fears about the future. He felt trapped inside his own head. As he sat there, an old woman passed by, carrying a basket of herbs. She noticed a sadness on his face. With kind eyes, she asked, Young man, are you searching for something? Arian looked at her and said softly, Yes, I'm searching for peace, but I can't find it anywhere. The woman smiled gently. I know someone who might help. Deep inside the forest, on top of the hill, lives an old man. People say he has traveled the world, seen many things, and now lives quietly, teaching those who seek calmness of mind. If you truly want peace, go to him. Hope flickered in Arian's heart. He thanked the woman, and the next morning he packed a small bag. He left his phone behind, wanting no distractions, and began the journey. The path was long and difficult. He walked through fields under the burning sun, crossed rivers with cold water rushing against his legs, and climbed steep hills that left his muscles aching. At night, he slept under the stars, but his mind was restless, still filled with noise. Yet something inside pushed him forward. He wanted answers. After 2 days, he reached the top of the hill. There, under a giant tree, stood a simple wooden hut. Birds sang gently in the branches above, and the air felt strangely calm, as if the world itself had slowed down. On a flat stone, an old man with white hair sat in meditation. His eyes were closed, his breathing slow and steady. Arian waited, not wanting to disturb him. Minutes passed, and then the old man slowly opened his eyes. He looked at Arian with a warm smile and said, Welcome. I've been expecting you. Arian blinked in surprise. Expecting me? How could you know I was coming? The old man chuckled softly. When the mind is loud, the footsteps are even louder. I could hear you long before you arrived. Arian sat down and poured out his heart. He spoke about his sleepless nights, his constant anxiety, his endless scrolling on his phone, his fear of the future, his guilt over the past. His words tumbled out like water from a broken jar. Finally, he said, Please, Master, teach me how to empty my mind. Teach me how to find peace. The old man nodded calmly. Come, let me show you something. He led Arian to the back of the hut, where there was a small pond. The water was clear and still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Look at the water, the old man said. Now, take this stone and throw it in. Arian threw the stone. Ripples spread across the pond, breaking the reflection of the sky into pieces. This is your mind, the old man said. Every thought is like a stone. When you throw them one after another, the water never rests. But if you stop, the ripples slowly disappear and the water becomes still again. Arian watched the pond. Slowly, The ripples faded, and the reflection of the sky returned. He felt something shift inside him. "So, I just need to stop thinking?" he asked. The old man shook his head. "No, thoughts will always come. You cannot stop the clouds from forming in the sky, but you can stop chasing them. Let them pass. Watch them go." The next morning, the old man gave Arian a glass of water, filled to the very top. "Take this glass," he said, "and walk to the edge of the forest and back, but do not let a single drop spill." Arian looked nervous, but nodded. He walked carefully, his eyes fixed on the glass. Along the way, villagers greeted him. Children played with kites, birds sang in the trees, dogs barked. But Arian ignored it all. He focused only on keeping the water steady. When he returned, not a single drop was missing. "Well done," the old man said. "Now tell me, did you hear the bird singing?" Arian frowned. "No." "Did you see the children laughing?" "No, I didn't notice them." The old man smiled. "That is focus. When your mind is fully on one task, the world disappears. But remember, life is not just about the glass of water. It's also about hearing the birds and seeing the children. Balance comes when you know when to focus and when to let go." Over the next few days, Arian stayed with the old man. Each day, he learned something new. One morning, they sat in silence, watching leaves fall gently from the tree. The old man said, "Do you see how the leaves let go? They don't resist. They don't cling. That's why they fall so gracefully. People suffer because they hold on too tightly, to memories, to pain, to what others think. Let go and you will be free." Another evening, they walked under the stars. The old man pointed to the sky. "When you look at the stars, do you worry if they shine brighter than you? No, you just admire them. So why compare yourself to others? Each life has its own light. Comparing only steals your peace." Arian listened, and for the first time in years, his heart felt light. His thoughts slowed. He began to notice small things: the sound of the wind, the laughter of children, the warmth of the sun on his skin. When it was time to leave, the old man said, "Remember this. Your mind is like a room. If it's filled with old furniture, there is no space for new things. Empty it sometimes. Create space for peace, for love, for the present moment." Arian bowed deeply, tears in his eyes. He walked back down the hill, but he was not the same man. He no longer hurried through life. He smiled more. He listened more. And whenever his mind became noisy, he would sit quietly, breathe, and let the ripples fade away. So, my friend, are you like Arian? Is your mind too full, too heavy? Take a deep breath right now. Look around you. Hear the sounds. Feel this moment. Because peace does not come when life is perfect. Peace comes when you learn to be present here and now.